All right, welcome back, everyone. I am the Dungeon Master, and today we are rejoining the party for Dragons of the Frozen Seas. Um, we have Ulf and Eric, who are Vikings. One is a ranger, one is a druid, but they come from a Viking village. They are natives to the area that we are in, along with one of the NPCs, Hilderid, who is a villager from their Viking clan. Scotty is native to the far northern lands, even more far north than the area where the Vikings come from. She would be considered somewhat like a analog to the Finnish and reindeer herding peoples. Yeah, with a Inuit type ancestry, and so she had traveled south, um, seeking a marriage per her chieftain father, and had been ambushed by bandits. Ixlana is from the far south, and she traveled to the north as a bard seeking knowledge and adventure and secrets long hidden that she could bring back as tales and knowledge to the Bard College. It's kind of like their way of giving back. So, together, they had confronted the bandits and rescued Scotty, who had been set upon, and now they are in a series of caves looking for Hilderid's lost son. I should mention that they are also accompanied by Veter, a baby polar bear who is Eric's um, animal companion. So last time we left, you guys had encountered a couple of frost spiders, and now you are making your way further into the caves, and we will take it from there. So go ahead, guys. Yes, exactly. As Ixlana is typing on the side there, essentially the bards would be considered like the maesters from like Game of Thrones to this world, to where they are the doctors and wise men who pass down secrets for building things or for constructing machinery, and just all of the world's knowledge is kind of held by these bards who are sort of like the maesters. And in order to become a bard, you basically take a sacred oath to come back and give back to the collective. And most bards, do like something small, but Ixlana has huge dreams of bringing back something from the ancient world. And so she has traveled to the far north, where she has found writings indicate that there was ancient empires here. And so that's what she's doing here. All right. So as you guys bring the torch forward, suddenly a frost spider drops down from the ceiling and attempts to attack you.
Okay. Um,
I take it we need to roll for initiative, huh?
That would be the general gist of it. Yes, sir. And don't forget to roll for Veter. Good. And I will roll for the NPCs.
Please remind us, the Dungeon Master, of which NPCs we have. I thought we left Hildred outside the cave.
No, she had been left behind on the map due to some lag issues that I was experiencing. And so rather than dragging the tokens and causing more lag, I just left her at the beginning of the map. But no, you guys were reluctant to leave the sneaky sniper unguarded, so you brought the bandit leader with you. And then Hilderid, she is determined to press on to find her son, so she is right here in the thick of everything with you guys. Pretty much sticking by Scotty, who has been her only reasonable friend other than Ixlana.
Sounds good. Scotty is a mother also.
I
Ah, a bit of
didn't know that.
backstory I did not know, yeah.
Did not know that either.
I think we should have left her outside.
No.
All right, Ixlana, what would you like to do?
I am going to I'm going to tuck at my rapier and try and attack the spider.
Excellent. You will need to take one 5-foot step closer to the spider in order to get close enough, but that is fine. Perfect. All right. So, Ixlana draws her rapier and stabs at the frost spider, hitting it and piercing its tiny body for 5 damage. The frost spider squeals a high pitched squeal that you didn't know arachnids could make. Typically, no.
What?
Oh, I had been
That was an
whispered.
answer to Bruce.
I'm done. Okay.
And an end turn at the bottom. There you go. Perfect.
Thanks for the reminder, Earl.
The frost spider jumps up at Ixlana and attempts to bite her. I am going to assume that a 12 does not come anywhere close to your armor class.
Double check.
Yeah. Oh, that's Ulf.
I think I do have a 12, but it says damage -1, so.
Yeah, it's not about the damage. Yeah, there you go. Armor class 15. It's not about the damage, it's about the poison. But the poison can't take effect until it actually hits you, which this spider attempts to bite you but comes down on nothing but your chainmail links.
Okay.
The bandit leader is still tied up, correct?
Yep.
So she stays tied up. I guess she's not going to try to escape or nothing, so.
I'm gonna smash the spider with my longsword.
Okay, now it has jumped up on Ixlana. It is literally like on her arm.
Oh, so it's in a grapple?
Not a grapple per se, because it's not capable of grappling. It's just a tiny spider, so it's on her, you know.
I'm gonna hold my action.
You could try to like unarmed strike it or swat it off, basically. Eric?
Okay. Give me a second.
No problem.
Well, Viter's going to attempt to bite the spider.
Okay.
Okay. Bite my arm in the process, but
Can I
Might
take a
happen.
5-foot step out of the way so that he doesn't have to push through me
I
with
will
my
allow.
reserved action?
Yeah, I will allow that. It would be difficult to stab it with a dagger, especially because Ixlana is probably like most normal humanoids, a little bit freaked out that there's this rather large spider on her arm. All right. Luckily, even with the little bit of difficulty that Viter has, as Ixlana's kind of like shaking her arm trying to get the spider off, Viter reaches up and the same way that he does when he's looking for some pets on his belly, he takes his paws and grabs your hand, but instead of pulling your hand to make you pet him, he just kind of holds your arm steady enough to grab and bite the spider, and he bites down hard on it and then makes that face that dogs make when they bite into like a lemon and spits it out on the ground.
thank you, Viter.
I don't think Viter likes spiders very much.
I think Viter's gonna get a handle animal head rub when we're finished with this.
Viter loves being handled.
Can I do it without initiative? I have to wait for a turn, or can
No,
I
no,
do
you
it?
you can just do it right now if you want. Yeah.
She rubs Viter's head and thanks.
Viter is now very attentive and starts to lick your hand in appreciation.
Oh, nice puppy.
I think he just wants to get the taste of spider off his tongue.
So, Scotty, that is a bit of a drop right there. You would have to either climb down or jump down, risking injury.
No, Scotty shouldn't risk injury right now.
No injury, but she will remain ready to sleep, to put anything to sleep if it comes after her. She's watching that way as the rest of the party goes past.
Okay, yeah. Who's responsible for the sneaky sniper, by the way? Did you guys just put Hildred on that or something?
Oh yeah.
Hildred is under instructions to stay near Scotty, so the two of us are really on it together.
Got you.
And Scotty quietly says to the bandit leader, but where everyone can hear, "You behave yourself, and we'll get you out of here alive. Tomorrow I'll even salve your wounds if we live to see tomorrow. So work with us, and we'll all live."
Would you like to try and roll a diplomacy to see if that convinces the bandit leader to kind of, view this less as a, um,
Sure, that's what that was, but it wasn't very good, and no
yeah.
one, yeah, no one was helping.
She's like, yeah, I'm your prisoner. You don't have to like convince me of anything. I'm not going anywhere. You have me tied up.
Okay, but Scotty has made certain of that she's as comfortable as she can be for a critically wounded prisoner we're prodding along at spear.
Ah, yes. So Ulf, keen-eyed and watching for danger, spots some more spiders skittering along the walls and floors.
Uh, if we can avoid them, can we just get straight to the giant or whatever and let us go in that way?
We could climb down the other way and avoid them.
Shrugs his shoulders and looks around to see what the others think of that.
Can Scotty see one spider?
You guys can
Oh yeah,
see whatever you can see.
let's back off, guys.
Well, I think we should send somebody to scout the other way.
Is no other way.
So somebody would have to
Okay,
climb down then.
looks too risky. So be ready to receive spiders. Get ready, guys. They're coming in.
Right.
Move your token
Slana
so you're ready.
readies her rapier again.
Ixlana, you're sitting out there alone and exposed. Come back near us. A little further back, please. Gestures Scotty.
Stand behind me, Ixlana.
Yeah, form a solid line across.
Eric beside me.
Scotty gestures that she's pleased to see people line up in good tactical order. And are we ready? Is the bandit out of the way?
Yeah, the bandit will go wherever you guys want.
We'd like her up and north and out of the way.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, when we're set up right here, Scotty is going to use a sleep hex on the one that she can just barely see. Oh, bring that light back. Somebody moved the light away. I can't see it.
Ulf took the torch over to check out the cliff to see how
Hey,
far of a climb it is.
could Vita maybe get in front of Scotty since it's going to charge right at her? Oh, the torch is gone again. That's much better because Scotty is afraid to fight anymore. Okay, and from right there, she's going to try to sleep, to put it to sleep. She calls upon the spirits of her ancestors and tells it to just snooze.
Okay. Um, you have a macro set up for that.
Right, you'd like me to use the official macro. Just a sec. Be right there.
Yeah. And remember, your hex is under abilities, not spells.
There, that's the slumber hex on the spider. Oh, nice. You have a nice macro there. Awesome.
Thank you. All right. Will difficulty class 12. That spider is asleep.
All right.
Swiftly before it can wake up, she can see the other one, so she's going to cast that one. Unless do we need to start initiative now?
No, the spiders are dumb arachnids. They are not even aware that anything is really going on because you guys haven't really approached close enough for them to consider you as a threat or possible meal.
I might have
So
lullaby myself. I have to double check.
so you need to move that. Move, please. Yeah, there we go. Now she does the next.
That spider seems to resist the effects.
One moment.
Scotty gestures didn't work, and she gets her sling out and gets a sling stone twirling in her sling. If it's combat, she'd like to ready an action to sling a stone at it. If it's
Yeah,
going to come at us,
if you
not
guys are starting combat, then we can definitely begin combat.
Since he
we have to
resisted, I guess we have to.
we have to kill the one before the other wakes up too.
Is
Correct.
is the spider aware of our presence?
Now that it has had a hex tried to be placed on it, it is aware of something happening to it. It's not intelligent enough to piece out that it's magic, but it knows that something happened.
Well, if no one else is anyone else going to attack it with a missile weapon? We should time them all at once.
I have to ready. I have my rapiers out. I have to ready it, so I'm gonna have to change weapons. So I guess I'll do
No
that.
hurry.
So I'll take my whatever standard action or whatever it is and
Oh,
take out my
Scotty has
weapon.
several darts if anyone wants to throw a dart. Big war darts. She has two. Does anyone want?
I have arrows. I'm good.
I look around and I find a stone and I ready the stone to be thrown.
There are several stones and other chunks of ice that can be used around.
Okay.
I can't see the spider anymore. The back one. The front one is asleep. Teensy bit there, almost there.
Oh, I don't have it. Oh, okay. Sorry, I was checking something. I don't have it active. The lullaby.
I think all of us together can take.
I think so.
I think somebody rolled the torches initiative.
Well, it's kind of got a mind of its own right now.
Wait, the torch is on our side, right?
I don't know. Fire
Not anymore.
Fire is chaotic. It does. Almost everything costs 1 point of vigor. Exceptions would be like casting spells and things like that.
And it can only be recovered with magic or a long rest, pretty much.
You do recover a small amount with a short rest.
I think after this fight, it'd be a good idea to take a short rest.
Nope. What happens when you run out of vigor, just that we're clear on this, is you go to 0, and then the next time you go to take an action that would cost you vigor, you have to roll a Constitution saving throw, a Fortitude saving throw, difficulty class 10 plus the amount of negative vigor that you have. When you fail that check, you become tired. Tired applies a -2 penalty to strength and dexterity. The next time after you become tired that you have to spend vigor, you once again roll a fortitude saving throw, and that time you would become fatigued and then finally exhausted, each time applying a new level of penalties.
Is the difficulty class the same from tired to fatigued to exhausted?
I believe so. I would need to double check what I have written down, but yeah, I think it's 10 plus the negative each time because that's enough of a penalty to where eventually you're going to hit it no matter what. Right, exactly. And so as you become more tired, you have the penalty to the saves and everything. So, yeah, it really is just kind of a snowball effect of the more tired you get, the worse it is.
Okay, Victor is just gonna skulk about and kind of stay with the prisoner and make sure that things are all right there. He's not gonna do anything.
Okay.
Hit done if done for him.
Yeah, I
Trying to
used
figure
to
out.
have a group a game where I would, do that for them all the time and all of that, but then we would run into problems where like somebody wasn't quite done with their turn and everything. So now to just make sure that everybody has taken their full turn, I let everybody push the end turn button themselves.
Well, I'm pushing the end turn button, but it's not ending the turn.
Click
That
the
is
bear,
not
then
good.
click it.
No, it shouldn't have anything to do with that. Yeah, look at that. Something is going on. Hold on 1 second. There we go. All better.
So Scotty stays alert and aware, watching behind us and in front of us, and she readies an action to cast a slumber hex at any new foes who appear. Done.
Excellent.
I'm sorry, I was slow on the end turn. Stupid me.
It's all good. The mighty Ulf.
Victor's only at 1 vigor.
Gonna
Where does the
step
figure
forward
go?
up to the sleeping spider. And if no other spiders react, I'm gonna kill the sleeping one. Or attempt to.
Yeah, no other spiders react.
Coup de grace.
Yep. So if you perform a coup de grace, you deal an automatic critical hit. So just roll your attack and we will calculate the critical damage.
Coup de grace.
So your damage is 1d8 plus 4, and it's a times 2. So that would be 16 plus 8 is 24 damage with a coup de grace, which is enough to not only kill the spider, but it completely kills the spider, as in it doesn't even get a death saving throw or anything like that. It is just dead. And so you basically take your sword and cut the spider clean in two.
Spider guts everywhere. He's
Sever in twain.
The mighty Viking warrior has vanquished the 6-inch arachnid.
that's a funny, funny picture.
And then is that your turn? Yep. Okay. So the other frost spider, like I said, you guys are about 10 feet away from it, and anything outside of 5 feet, it just really doesn't react. If you come within 5 feet of these spiders, they will leap at you and try to bite you as either a potential threat or meal. But other than that, they are not particularly aggressive or anything like that. They're just spiders.
I think if I'll just go straight down and try to avoid the other spider.
Yeah, I think we should just avoid them.
Okay. How far can I go if have a successful stealth to see how far I can see down the
Uh, are we still in
paths?
combat?
No, we are not in combat, and you want to know how far you can see something? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, how far? I mean, how much more movement do I have to where I can scout and see what's down this next one?
Well,
This
outside of
last.
combat, you have essentially infinite movement.
Okay.
Scotty will bring up the rear, leaving Hildred and the bandit in front. If you like, I could just leave a blank space there so the GM doesn't need to keep those tokens up with us. And you can put them there if anything happens.
Oh, no, it's all good. Yes. Ulf has spotted a spider up ahead on this path. Everybody's been hugging the left-hand wall, avoiding the spider up in this little alcove up over here. But now there is one on the path in front of Ulf.
Scotty also sees it, and she gestures to Ixlana and Ulf and Idik, like, should I get it? What do you say, guys?
Yeah, try to hex it.
Yeah, try and hex it. If not, we'll.
Scotty has free hexes, so she
Yeah,
can
but she's
just do
also
it.
tired.
She is tired, but the hex doesn't cost her anything, and she can just spam it. So the only downside is once something saves, she can't affect it again that day.
She tries to put that one to sleep. What are the spirits of the ancestors favorable to?
Indeed, they are. Once again, the spider curls up into a sleeping spider ball.
Ixlana nods her head in acknowledgement and gratitude.
Coup de grace. Splat, splat.
And as we have established, your coup de grace attack insta kills them, so we're good.
Scotty whispers to everybody, is there a place we can rest? Could we curl up in a ball on the ground here with someone on watch?
The ground is icy and frozen. You would find ill rest here.
We'd find enough rest to recover some vigor, huh?
Yes, you could pause long enough to catch your breath.
Uh, let's
Let's
do that then.
Yeah, I think that'd be good.
Why are
Scotty
we
will
stopping? Screams Hilderid. We have no time. My boy is somewhere in these frozen caves dying.
Did she scream loud, or was that like a metaphorical scream?
That was about the volume that she
That's
screamed.
pretty loud.
Lead the way, my lady.
Go right
Yeah,
ahead.
if you want to take point, we'll be behind you.
Yeah, you
Covering
guys
you.
are the ones who told me to watch this stupid bandit leader. Just kill her and let's move
Oh,
on.
we'll take care of her. Why don't you just go?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. I'm sure you'll be just fine.
You guys gonna grab a torch? I gotta grab my own torch? Fine, I'll grab my own torch.
It's the way. No, you can't have ours. Your torch is at the entrance.
And let's get maybe another torch going.
Yeah, I got my own torch. I guess I'll take point and the torch since it makes total sense to have the person on point holding a torch.
We're taking 5. I mean, you're welcome to go on ahead and scout it.
Scotty will hold the torch.
Well, now we got scorpions.
Well,
And
we're on break. You handle it.
Yep, you're on your own.
and it seems to have noticed us. So I'm coming back here.
I'm gonna move forward, leave her room to get behind me, but block off once she does.
And then I tell Hildegard, see, all your impetuous behavior has woken the scorpion. So give us 5 minutes to regain our breath, and then we'll go on, please.
She actually might have if you guys had attempted a diplomacy check, but because you told her to scout ahead, that's exactly what she did.
Well, diplomacy checks haven't worked too well in the past.
No, that's true. That's true. And you guys have, I haven't told you, but you have been suffering a cumulative negative, well, an increaser to the difficulty class because of it. Each failed diplomacy check that Eric and Ulf had made just upped the difficulty class for every subsequent check.
Actually, that's as close as I've gotten to a successful diplomacy check. Telling her to go ahead.
That's true.
So now that she's backed off, like, just
Yeah, I've got a good berry left. I'll hand it to you after we deal with.
Yeah, the cave scorpion so far appears to be skittering forward at frightening speed. Only Eric has reacted faster.
okay. Well, I guess we'll just guard Hildegard.
I'm gonna attempt wild empathy on it.
Now, one thing
Go
that you
get it.
will know as a druid is that you're talking about an arachnid, like a scorpion and a spider. It's going to be very difficult.
Oh, maybe I should just attack it then.
I mean, I'm not trying to discourage you from trying it. I'm just trying to make sure that you understand the risk versus reward balances between just attacking it versus attempting something that is going to be very difficult to pull off.
Yeah, we're just gonna attack it. Screw it.
Alright.
I'm gonna close the distance and try to attack it.
All right. Eric charges forward with his scimitars in hand. You see a translucent, glowing blue scorpion. These are the ice cave scorpions that are found around here, and they have a deadly poisonous sting. And apparently, Eric has a deadly sting of his own.
Yay!
So you strike for 12 damage on the cave scorpion, and that severely damages it. In fact, you chop off one of its claws altogether. Oh, please set your as to your character.
It is.
My bad. Now it is.
Thank you.
Oh, Skippy.
And then if that's your turn, the cave scorpion feebly strikes back at you. I know that this says 2 claws, but that's because I only have the one attack, but it's only going to get one claw attack on you. The first one, unfortunately. So the cave scorpion attempts to pinch at you and hold you in place in order to sting you, and misses.
I'm gonna make a running charge and try and split the scorpion with my sword.
Charging forward with his longsword, Ulf swings at the scorpion.
So I think it's a +2 for the charge, but yeah.
Correct. Yes. +2 for the charge. That hits, cutting into the scorpion yet again. Yeah, if I was any good at scripting, I'd already have so many things like that. This game would just auto do everything for you. It would have the hit points set right away and all of that.
I need to get. I can't even see Victor right now.
You can't see him?
Yeah, apparently he's in the darkness.
He's way up front, right in the back.
Oh, yep, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, I found him.
Yeah.
Is he capable of closing the distance and attacking?
He has the run feat, so he can easily close the distance no matter what. But when it comes down to being able to attack, let me just measure because I'm thinking no.
I think it'd be better if you guarded your flank.
Actually, he can use the charge and attack.
That's
But
what,
never
60,
mind.
60 feet?
Okay, he's going to do just that. And he's
Move
going.
your guy out of the way a little bit.
Can I have him take a 5-foot step?
I'm going to allow that this one time, but in the future, try to remember positioning when getting into position, because that's part of the chaos of battle is everybody kind of rushes in and then you have to adjust later. So we're gonna allow it this one time because I want you guys to be thinking tactically, but in the future try to think tactically before you move the first time.
Fair enough. Okay, so what happens if I use an attack that reduces me to less than 0 vigor?
Then you would roll your fortitude save.
Okay, Victor is just going to charge and bite. He's going to charge and then attempt to bite the scorpion.
Excellent. So he manages to bite, uh, and yeah, I know it wasn't a straight line. I know there was a couple of things, but Anyway, he manages to bite the scorpion and severely wound it. And what happens is he has basically bitten down hard on the scorpion's stinger, and now the scorpion has just one attack option left and is badly damaged.
Did Veecher get a +2 for the charge or no?
Yes.
Yeah.
+2 to attack on any charge. But you also take -2 to armor class as a result.
Ah, gotcha. Okay, and that's Veecher's turn.
I really can't be distracted. Like, I keep my train of thought pretty well when doing this. Hilderid doesn't want to get in the way, so she's going to move up over here. And try to stay out of the more skilled warriors' ways.
Scotty readies an action to slumber any new foes who show up, and she keeps a watch on that spider behind. And done, and I'll
That
pass
spider
my
is
end
dead.
turn.
I just didn't
Excellent.
update it. Sorry. There you go.
Oh, in that case, then she's going to run forward a little bit up to. And they pretty well have that scorpion down, but she might as well try to put it to sleep.
Badly wounded, that scorpion falls right to sleep.
Okay, Eric wants to finish it off, but he's just so tired and exhausted that he's gonna let somebody else do it.
Is that me?
You're not in position. When it's my turn, I'll just kill it.
I'm gonna pass my turn.
The cave scorpion would escape, but you guys have it pinned and
He can't escape, he's asleep.
oh yeah, that's right. Oh, I'm so sorry. I forgot I'm asleep. I have to try to wake up. Yep, there it is.
And now Ulf sends him to an eternal slumber.
Yep. So go ahead and roll to, or just subtract one vigor. Either way, it's the same thing.
Alright, Vigor's done.
And
After splattering him, gonna turn and lean against the wall and say, I think we should rest.
Hilderid has no choice but to agree to allow the warriors to rest, as she now realizes that this area is far too dangerous for her to run off ahead on her own.
Right. So I look at Hildred and say, don't worry, Hildred, we're getting close. I'm sure he's near here somewhere. Just give us a moment. I'm guessing I should do a diplomacy for that.
Yes, please.
I think we should save one in case the child is still alive, but you are struggling.
Scotty and probably all the rest of us assist with that diplomacy check. Does that ought to give it like a +8 or so?
All the rest does not include all. Just making that clear.
Or Eric.
Seriously, y'all need to be more
No,
sensitive
it's seriousness.
to
We would
Hildred.
add a penalty.
But Scotty was able to help.
And so
No,
if it's
no,
an
yeah. If they were to go in, they would be offsetting the 8 other help that you would be getting from Scotty. So Alpha and Eric should stay out of it. Yes.
cool.
So
Hildred does not like us very much.
is there a nice safe place, safe in quotes, where we could curl up and rest and get warm for a little bit over here?
Yeah, well, as you can see, it only takes 1 minute of standing still and not actively going through combat in order to regain your level plus your constitution modifier in vigor.
Okay, but
Can we do that right now?
Yeah.
all right, let's take like 2 minutes.
No, no, you
Yeah.
you only get the benefit one time, and then the next benefit would be from taking an hour-long rest.
Maybe
Uh,
let's take an hour long rest.
I agree.
yep. So, and while we're resting, I'm gonna offer Hildred some water or something. I think it has something in my pack, don't I?
Yeah, we'll pass around what food and water we have left.
Food and water. Yeah. How do we
And
take that out of our inventory, or do we?
You can go straight to your inventory page on your character sheet, and under rations, you just reduce it by one for every 3 people that you are giving a ration to, because a ration is enough for one person to eat all day. So if you're just having uh, one of the day's meals, then a ration can feed 3 people.
Awesome. And feeding us will help us gain stuff.
so
Yes.
are we able to rest for a minute and an hour?
Well, it's what it would be is okay. So just to make sure that this is clear, 1 minute or more gets you your level plus your constitution modifier and vigor back. That represents the ability to take a quick breather and regain some of your stamina. However, in order to avoid abusing that, I made the next jump at an hour, because a half an hour seems like just a little bit too short for you to be able to like rest and recuperate and really regain a lot of your vigor. So after an hour, I figured, even if you had just worked out, you're at least capable of like pushing yourself a little bit further. So at 1 hour, you then gain another level plus your constitution modifier. So 2 times your level plus your constitution modifier after 1 hour of rest. Um, Twice your constitution modifier. You get level plus constitution modifier twice for 1 hour of rest. And then the next jump is the full rest at 8 hours.
Oh, I don't think I have any consumables. It does that, doesn't it?
I'm feeding the party with my rations.
Question: is the yellow or orange bar the magic points which don't
Orange is vigor. Blue is magic points.
got it? I'll switch those. They were both at 1.
Okay, so we're resting for an hour. Does that
I'm sorry.
give me big?
How much vigor do we gain for an hour again?
2 times your level plus twice your constitution modifier. So you guys are all level 2, so that would be 4 for everybody, and then whatever your constitution modifier is, twice that. If it's a negative number, which none of you have, you only apply the negative one time.
Do the rations help with spell points or no?
The rations help with you not having to deal with being tired anyway, because what can happen is you can rest and regain your stamina, but if you don't eat and drink, then the rest doesn't actually regain anything.
Right, I know, but what I'm asking is that does not affect spell points because
Right, no.
Eric and I have been out of spell points for forever.
Yeah, you have to take a full rest before you will regain your spell points.
Okay.
So no wounds are recovered.
No wounds and no spell points. Those are only recovered taking full rests.
Well, I'm at full vigor again, and so I'm good.
Yeah, see? Vigor
I have
comes
enough.
back easy. Yeah. You
I have
just gotta
enough.
take a rest.
Excellent. Scotty pulls herself out of the group huddle, keeping us warm, and moves around, takes a moment on and says, I feel so much better. I'm ready to continue.
All right, so let me relight another torch, and let's be on our way.
There's another one. We want to avoid it.
There's a scorpion coming up on us.
Is it moving?
No, it's not moving. It's actually high above us. Never mind. It's on the
Yeah, it's
ledge up
up on the
there.
ledge, correct. But as you get close to that frost spider, it jumps out and tries to bite you. Well, I was going to try to bite Ixlana, but Ulf appears to have leapt in front of you.
Aw, he's protecting me. Thanks, Ulf. I didn't even see the spider. I was too busy looking at the scorpion.
They are pretty.
They are, actually.
Eric, once again, the druid seems to be the only one capable of beating these animals to the punch. So the frost spider is quick, but Eric is just a little bit quicker.
Eric is gonna attack the frost spider with his scimitars.
The spider doesn't love it. Once again, stinging the spider with your critical hit, you deal 16 damage to it, killing it instantly.
Well,
All right, let's move on.
So we're moving our tokens up, but we're actually waiting until for the prisoner to keep up with us. We can't move on
Yeah,
right there.
where's Hildred?
Oh, she's up to the right. We'll wait.
She's over there learning how to teleport. Alrighty, it looks like you guys have reached the edge of the map.
Moving on.
Oh, you guys chose west. Oh, yes. This is the fun part of the map. As you move through the icy caves, you see the caves give way to a man-made structure. These are icy halls carved into the rock ages ago by great men that you have heard tales of. Certainly, Ixlana has heard
Yay,
tales of
yay,
her
yay!
whole life.
This is fascinating. We must investigate. First, I'm going to do a knowledge check.
And while Ixlana's checking to see what she knows, Scotty sees the spider up ahead blocking. She gets everyone's gesture of assent before taking it.
What you
So if
see
anyone
is a spider trying desperately to get away from something. Something just beyond your line of sight.
I
let
say
her
Uh-oh.
let it escape.
Hang on, just
Yeah, that's about right.
okay. It looks like I. What do I see? What can I tell?
You can see a faintly glowing outline of a scorpion chasing the spider. Right at you.
I'm so I can't see the structure yet. Okay.
You can kind of see the beginning of the halls of the structure. You can see the cave give way to the man-made carved rock. But you also see a faintly glowing scorpion chasing a spider.
Is that faintly glowing? Does that mean that's his magic, or is that his poison, or what would I?
No,
What?
he's just a bioluminescent creature.
Okay.
Has everyone rolled initiative?
I don't think I have.
Eric,
Hold, hold.
The cave scorpion rushes forward and tries to grab the spider in its claws. And it does so. So it grabs up the spider and will attempt to sting it on its next turn.
I'm going to hold my action to let Scotty do what Scotty does.
Scotty doesn't know.
Eric sees the scorpion and spider going at it, and he's just marveling at it. He just wants to watch and observe what happens.
Ah, the marvel of nature. The circle of life. Isn't it grand? The scorpion
Very
eats the
unusual.
spider, and then we go fuck up the scorpion.
Exactly. And that's the survival of the fittest at work. And Beecher is just gonna sit there. He's wondering what everybody is doing, but he's gonna stay with the group though.
Reluctantly, Veter stays with the group this time. Uh, we're gonna start having you have to give him commands and roll for handle animal for any special talents that you haven't taught him. Cause is down one of the talents he knows?
I don't know, so probably not.
Because like he wants to go mess them up, but because you guys are all forming a line in front of him and all of that. In fact, why don't we go ahead and have you roll the handle animal just to see, how well or not he listens. He's not going to be able to charge forward. That's not on the table, but I just want to see how difficult he's being about this. Okay, so yeah, basically what's happening is you are telling him no, Viter, down, stay, and he hasn't learned it yet, but he's learning it.
I think he's hinting that you need to start giving the bear commands to have him do what you want him to do. That's more role.
Ixlana is very wise.
Okay, okay.
Alright, so I see that the scorpion is engrossed in his meal, and I think I will try to. Can I ask? I have to ask you something. Can I if he were fascinated, he would he still run after us after we as we pass because it's too close, right?
He might follow you if you fascinate him, but more importantly, from a metagaming standpoint, your bardic um, performances have a limited number of uses. Scotty's
Okay.
hex does not. And so it should always be you try Scotty's hex first and then use your fascinate or slumber or whatever other bardic performance you would like to try just to conserve your resources. As you guys have all pointed out, you're all already out of spell slots, spell points. So you don't want to use up any of your resources that are limited when you have an unlimited resource that can do the same thing.
Okay, because I don't have days or anything right now. All right, I'm gonna just let him finish his meal and then go on to the next round. So I'm
Yeah, and another thing that you could do is hold your action to use your bardic performance should Scotty fail with her hex, so that instead of having to wait for your next turn, you would take your turn immediately after Scotty.
okay. Noted.
which
We'll try to remember that.
which fixes the thing for us for our characters rolling in the opposite order of initiative that we wanted to go in.
Correct. In fact, I'll just go ahead and put you in that order right now. That way it represents that you are waiting to see if Scotty can put it to sleep.
Okay.
And Scotty looks at Ixlana and Ulf and knows they're ready and then we'll have to fight the thing if it comes back. And the spider might get away, but that's okay.
Yeah.
I don't think that spider's a threat to us anytime soon.
I say try to put the spider to sleep too.
No, the spider's not really a threat. He's being eaten.
So the cave scorpion falls asleep right as it was holding the frost spider, who drops to the ground and runs up the wall. Well, he's going to run up the wall. Or she. Spiders can be women too. Or women can be spiders too.
Yep. Or unisex even. I think is scientifically more proved.
Okay, well, since it successfully went to sleep, Scotty is going to move up to where it's within her reach, and she threatens if it stands up. She'll be up. And done, end turn.
Will we wake it if we just pass it, or can we just pass it?
You can
We
just
have
pass
to
it.
kill it.
All right, we're just
We'll
gonna
have to
move
kill
on.
it on the way out.
Yeah.
Unless it moves off by then.
But we could do 2 or 3 of us all doing a coup de grace, ready to action. You do
Coup
a
de
ready
grace,
action
circle
coup
jerk.
de grace when the other person does, so 4 of us do it at once.
Yep.
Oh yeah, for sure. You guys can multi coup de grace if you want to kill it, or you can just bypass it, whatever your choice is.
Scotty would
Well, the
prefer
coup de
to
grace
bypass
takes
it.
vigor, doesn't it?
The coup de
Yeah, but
grace does take vigor. 1 vigor for everybody who does it.
I don't
it'll
have
it'll
that.
wake up
Do
soon
I?
and block our way out.
Does everybody have coup de grace? Because I don't think I do. I don't think that's one of my
It's just a
talents.
thing you can do, like breathing or
Oh.
whatever. It's killing a helpless foe,
Thank
and
you,
you
Scotty.
just say you're doing it.
Thank you, Scotty. I wasn't really sure.
I propose we put Hildred up to doing the coup de grace on it.
Well,
I'm gonna wait
Scotty-
about 6 seconds and then I'm gonna just kill it.
Yeah, all together, everyone coup de grace. 5 of us can hit it at once. Because just one of us won't do enough to kill it.
Okay.
Eric says, "Speak for yourself." If he hits it with both of his scimitars for a coup de grace with 2 scimitars, he would. It would cost him 2 vigor, but Eric has enough coup de grace damage to finish it all by himself.
That's cool.
Alright, let's just go at it all at the same time, because I don't want to spend the vigor.
Yeah, no, it's all good. I just
Scotty
wanted
hit
to
for a
point
solid
that out.
30. She hit for 30 damage.
Scotty has 30? Then
Woo!
Scotty can also finish it all by herself.
No, she doesn't have 30 vigor, but she did 30 damage.
Right, no, 30 damage. I'm sorry if I misspoke. Yeah, if she can do 30 damage with a coup de grace, she can finish it by herself too. Not completely dead, but dying, That's good enough.
Good enough. Let's go on.
And it's dead now that all of you did that. Like it's fully dead.
And please, can you move the spider away? Because it's long gone. We let it get away.
Yeah. Spider's out of there. You come into a grand hall. This has been built by men with knowledge of architecture that has been lost. These pillars, you see the shadows of them a little bit, but you can also see like the base of the pillar a little bit. These massive pillars hold up ceilings 30 feet high. These are ridiculously oversized rooms of some massive hall carved into the very mountain itself. The architecture is very um, smooth and unusually finely crafted. You guys are mostly used to Viking construction, which is little more than log houses, really, and um, Scotty, you're used to like igloos and things like that. Ixlana, you've seen some structures, and if you've traveled a little ways, you've seen some kind of cool ancient buildings. But this is so finely preserved that it's like looking at one of the illustrations out of the history books that you were taught from at the Bardic colleges.
Okay, so I am going to check the stone and look for markings or anything that I would know to tell me when it was built and what it's for and all that good stuff.
So that would be a history check.
All right. There's nothing called history in those skills.
It's under knowledge.
Yep.
I already rolled a knowledge check.
Yeah,
Did you?
Yeah.
No, I think you just hit the knowledge button and then it breaks it down further.
Okay, well, got it.
Viter seems to remember something but is having trouble communicating it with you.
All right, 19 history.
No, 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 19.
Plus,
Plus what?
plus 3.
From?
No, it says knowledge skills history plus 3. I rolled a 19.
Yeah, the plus 3 is in there. You'll see when you hover over the 19, it'll break down the math for you.
So it does. No, yep, so it does.
So, with a 19, Ixlana remembers back to the books and instructions the lectures that she was given on the ancient societies and studying all of this architecture. She can see that this was one of the great halls from the first empire of man that arose from the ashes of the elven empire that had been defeated, and they built this mighty fortress right on top of one of the defeated elven cities that they had razed to the ground. And these structures were built by um, men who had lived alongside some of the greatest heroes of all time, names that have been passed down, as legends, like Hercules and Achilles would be for us. And um, what you know most about all of these structures is that these men used magical abilities in the construction of their cities and their weapons and all of that these were mages and wizards of old, and that a lot of the things around um, the teachings revolved around how like dangerous the magics that they used were and how that had led to the fall of their empire.
Okay, so I look around and I am in amazement and I tell them, this is first, first, first century, first age, legendary architecture from the Elvish people, and it's just amazing. You got to be careful though. There's bound to be lots of magics around here. Be on your guard. Oh.
I love it. All of a sudden, a frost spider jumps out and tries to bite Eric. You know, I'm going to bite one of you one of these times. Okay. Ixlana, you see a spider has jumped out on Eric. It's on his shoulder trying to bite at his face.
Okay. I guess am I close enough to do an unarmed strike and try and squash it, or I don't want to poke him with my rapier because then I'd wound him.
Yeah, no, you can totally try to slap it off of his face.
All right, so that's unarmed strike.
Yes.
I actually have never used that, so I don't even know where it is.
It's under attacks.
I can't see the spider. It's
Yeah, it's because
blocked
it's
with the
on
token.
Eric. Narrowly missing striking Eric full on in the face. You hit the spider, knocking it to the ground and dealing a small amount of damage.
+1 from flag bearer.
I didn't know. Oh, yeah, you would have your spear out from the coup de grace, yeah. So you do have your
Yep.
banner out. Okay. And that's all non lethal damage, so that goes to the frost spider's vigor first.
Don't forget to end your turn if you're done.
I love it. A polar bear.
I'll bet he does.
Don't forget to end your turn if you're done.
I thought I did. I don't think it worked.
For some reason, the API script is crashing. Hold on, let me reset it again. Every so often, the APIs crash, but this is the first time it's happened like multiple times in a row like this.
Okay. Eric sees that the spider has been knocked down, and once he gets over the surprise of everything, he grabs his scimitars and strikes out at the spider.
That's close. Nope, you do not hit. Swinging at the tiny spider, Eric just can't seem to hit the fast moving little target.
Is that
Okay,
what is
Beater.
that central green bit? Is it a is it a pool or a raised or lowered marble? What is it?
So, as far as I can see, that would be a frozen over pool, like a wading pool for showing off like a Roman house would have.
Yeah, that's what I would say too. It looks like ice crystals in water.
Thank you.
Okay, Veter is going to attempt to attack the spider with his claws, and yeah, he's going to do a full attack.
So as Viter attempts to move across the ice, he has to make a um, saving throw, a reflex saving throw to avoid slipping on the ice, and then he can make his attack.
What type of saving throw is it?
Reflex.
Reflex.
Yep. Okay. So it's not that hard, and he's a polar bear, so he easily, pads across the ice and then goes to attack the spider. You can't use your full attack when you move. So go ahead and add 2 vigor back to Veter there, and we'll just go with the bite, which is the first attack, and that missed. They all missed, but at least you get your 2 vigor back because you can't actually have used your full attack when you move.
Okay.
Ulf moves forward and, seeing the spider is a waste of his time, but his allies are struggling with it, he slaps it with his sword to kill.
Oh wait, it's my turn.
Oh, okay. Never mind. Get him, dangerous frost spider.
Yeah, Ulf's like, I'll be back here where I was.
Whose side are you on?
So, oh man, I think the frost spider is going to continue to jump at Eric and try to bite him. So I move into your space and I bite you. And that is a hit. So as Ixlana had pointed out before, Ixlana had pointed out before, the damage is -2. You don't actually gain hit points, but you don't lose any hit points since -2 is not a actual damage amount. However, if you look, you'll see that you must make a Fortitude difficulty class 10 saving throw or take 1 strength and dexterity poison damage once a round for 4 rounds unless you save. Okay, so yeah, that's the easy way to avoid that is just go ahead and save and then you don't have to worry about it.
I'm gonna hold my action for someone to knock the spider loose, or for Eric to shake it loose.
Scotty holds her action until Ulf is out of the way. Oh, no, she doesn't. Okay, she's going to just dash past.
You could attempt a hex.
Yeah, we just have to kill the thing. She wants to kill it. She's in a fighting frenzy now. Doesn't think of it. Probably a miss and wasted vigor. But that's what she does.
Yes. So, stabbing at the frost spider that has once again jumped on Eric's arm, you completely miss. And now,
Oh, I'll hit end turn, and she's giving a good flank to Ulf, who was holding his turn. Really, she's giving a good flank to anyone who goes in.
so now what happens is your spear kind of glances off of Ulf's shoulder, tearing his cloak and damaging him slightly. So he's not going to take the full 13 damage.
Really? Damaging an ally? I
You
mean,
tried to stab a spider that was on him.
I can do that with a spear.
So
But okay.
you cut him and he takes half of the damage that you would have dealt. So you take 6 vigor damage, Ulf.
Yeah, you mean Eric?
Eric, I'm sorry, yes, Eric. But it's as vigor damage. It's not actual wound damage. It's a superficial wound, nothing major, but it does, affect you slightly.
Sorry,
Okay,
Eric.
okay. If Wolf is holding his turn, his action, then I shouldn't have a timer on me right now because he hasn't taken his turn yet.
I think I'd rather it be wound damage than vigor damage.
Wounds are harder to heal. You can just rest and regain that vigor.
DM, can you please pause my timer and reset
I'm
it
still
again?
holding my action. You go ahead.
I'm gonna go over there and unarmed strike it again.
I'd move where Ulf has a clear line of sight to it if you do knock it off.
Fucking, why won't it freaking work?
What's not working?
Oh, never mind.
Once again, Ixlana narrowly avoids slapping Eric in the face, but knocks the spider to the ground, dealing a small amount of damage to it in the process.
Somebody just squashed it already. Step on it or something.
Is Ulf gonna take his turn?
Yeah, once the spider's knocked loose, I'll take my action and get my stabby.
Okay, so activating his turn, Ulf goes at the end of the initiative round. So go ahead. All right, striking the spider, you deal 7 damage to it. It is
That's big.
badly wounded. Oh, yes, you are correct. It is badly wounded and definitely not looking to continue the fight. Eric.
Okay. Eric is going to. I wonder if he could intimidate the spider into running away.
He's already running away. Just go move on. Let's just move on.
Alright, sounds good to me.
Yeah, if you
Eric,
guys aren't interested in doing anything else in initiative order, we can end the combat right here.
alright, let's do that. Eric wants to see about taking a 10-minute break or something.
Yeah,
Let's
it
take
only
a
takes 1 minute to get your level plus Constitution modifier back. So that's 2 plus whatever your con modifier is in vigor back right away.
let's take a 1 minute break and do that.
All right, there you go. Go ahead and add that to your vigors.
Scotty, our lovely flag bearer. Thank you.
It doesn't seem to have noticed you and kind of skitters off away a little.
I think we should just throw pebbles at the small spiders to get them to run away from now on, guys.
Scotty is going to try to put that one to sleep. We're in the right position. She doesn't check for permission this time. She just tries to sleep.
It doesn't seem to affect it.
Good to know. Let's move on and avoid it.
But now it senses something and turns back around.
I'm gonna give my fiercest stare at it and try to silently intimidate.
Scotty was up above here. How high? What's how far up and how far is it up and down? Like how high is this wall right there?
I'm gonna attempt wild empathy on the spider.
Well, this isn't really a wall. This is a small, like, little 2 foot little ledge. Okay, so
Okay, so we're 2 feet, not 10 feet. Great.
yeah, so attempting to intimidate the scorpion, what you have managed to do is intimidate it to an extent, yes, but now you have convinced it that you are a threat, and so it has noticed you and is facing off against what it perceives as a threat. Eric attempts to use wild empathy and influence the scorpion. However, what ends up happening is he just kind of um, gets its attention, and so now the cave scorpion is heading towards Ulf or Eric.
Did you try hexing the scorpion, or you did that to the spider?
She
Tried that, it failed.
failed.
The cave scorpion skitters forward and attempts to claw Eric.
And it draws an opportunity attack, which I'll roll.
You stab at the scorpion as it skitters forward towards your allies, but miss as its claw sinks into Eric's leg, dealing 2 damage.
Okay. I'm gonna just, I guess, try to. Just try to get it with my bow. Which I've got to pull out. So maybe I should just fascinate. Yes, that's what I'll do. I'm just gonna fascinate.
Singing a song, Ixlana attempts to fascinate the scorpion with her bardic performance.
Skills.
That would be under abilities.
I don't see it.
So you've got abilities as the first thing, and then
Okay, it's come up finally. It just took for a long time.
yep, and then you just click on bardic performance. I need to add your fascinate in there yet. Yep.
And it fails.
Oh wait, no, fascinate is supposed to be up in there, isn't it? No, inspire courage is, but not.
Inspire, but yeah, you were supposed to put it in
Oh
last time,
yeah.
didn't you?
Oh, I'm so sorry. I've
It's alright.
been
It's not a
dealing with
big
some
deal.
personal health issues, but okay.
It's
So
okay.
each creature can be fascinated, able to see and hear, capable of paying attention.
Did I roll for it or did it not work?
Each
I don't know.
creature receives a will save, 10 plus half the bard's level plus charisma modifier. So what?
Do you have to roll for it?
Yeah, I do. And so if your charisma modifier is greater than +2, the scorpion is fascinated. Oh, no, it wouldn't be unless you have greater than plus uh distraction of a nearby combat prevents the ability from working. Well, there you go. Don't even
Oh,
don't even bother. It isn't going to work.
okay.
Do something different.
Alright. Alright, well, I pull my bow and because
Do something different than that too, please.
oh,
Yeah, I
right.
don't know that you have line of sight.
Well, oh wait, you know what? I think I still have my rapier out from when we were gonna coup de grace, so I guess I'll go in for damage.
Ixlana moves forward across the slippery, icy surface and misses the cave scorpion with her stab. The end turn should be working. Yeah, there you go.
Scotty shifts a little bit so that she's standing on the raised, and from her elevated platform and with Ixlana's flanking, she skewers the thing with her long spear. That'll be +3 from those, plus another from Flagbearer. So that's going to be 9 damage from a stab.
Yes, and sinking your spear into the cave scorpion, it turns and is now focused on you.
So be it. It's Peter's turn.
Okay, Victor is going to attempt to. He's going to close the distance and he's going to attempt to bite the scorpion.
Sinking his teeth into the scorpion, Viter is now the scorpion's target.
All right, my go. I'm just gonna keep whacking this cave spider while we flank it.
Because you are flanking it, you hit the spider. Oh, and also Scotty gives you a bonus too, so between the two of them, it's enough to yeah, to allow you to hit the spider and you deal 12 damage, knocking it to
13.
13 damage, knocking it into the negatives. It is now dying.
All right, shall we move on?
Yep.
Guys, there's another spider up ahead. No, you don't see it, but let's not run
Let's
over it this
avoid
time.
it.
Damn the torpedoes, full steam ahead.
Does it rush us or just stay where it is?
It right now has just realized that you did that, but you are also realizing that it didn't work.
What
Just
did you
throw a
do?
couple pebbles at it. I mean, there's no reason for us to go over there anyway. We don't even need to bother with it. We're just scouting this. Is there anything of interest in this room?
Well,
Well,
you
there's
could
a
look around.
spider. There's a scorpion in this other room that we haven't gone in yet. I can see a corner of it.
Yeah, it didn't notice you guys. I rolled to see if it noticed you guys. It didn't.
Do I notice anything with perception?
Just looking around, you can see all manner of ruins. There's various pottery and whatnot laying in piles here and there. This was once an entire civilization, and so there are all kinds of things laying around. As far as whether any of them have value, you would have to like start going through stuff and looking, which Hildred, would of course remind you is not what you are here for.
Doesn't mean if we don't find him, we can look later.
That's true. All you gotta do is find her boy's frozen corpse, and then you can loot all the treasure you want.
If he's even in this room, he might be in the east room that we didn't go to.
Sounds like a
I'm just gonna roll one more time as you guys exit to see if the scorpion notices. Yeah.
Why are we exiting? We haven't even finished the room yet.
We might come back and do a more thorough check, but for now we're just learning our way around and we're looking for the treasure.
All right. I'm going to signal a halt. Let's form a line. Be cautious, guys.
The sneaky sniper says, if you would just give me my bow and let me uh, free, I could probably handle these things for you. That spider goes to sleep.
I'm gonna roll a sense motive on what the sniper said.
She seems to be like offering to legitly like take them out from a distance that you guys don't have to keep charging up on them. Scotty, you're convinced that she is trying to escape.
Yeah, distrustful of her, tempted to skewer her, but doesn't.
Eric, you are convinced that she is trying to escape. Oh, I thought you were going to say the sneaky sniper because I just saw the S's. It's just close enough to sneaky sniper that I was like, whoa, 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 what? I mean, I know you rolled a couple of ones on the sense motive, but yeah,
Before we get any closer to these other spiders, can I?
can what?
Can what? No, I was gonna change to bow myself,
Yeah,
but
go right ahead.
I think Eric's gonna light a torch himself.
That spider is asleep.
all right. So now I have a bow and just not.
Coup de grace.
All three spiders are asleep. As long as somebody subtracts one stamina for each of the spiders, then they are all dead.
Scotty will
Uh,
get 2 of those.
I'll kill one.
I was
Now let's take a minute and rest here, since all the spiders in the room are dead.
Sounds good to me.
Only the stamina you can only recover up to where you were at from the last time that you took a 1 minute rest. So if you've only spent 2 or 3 stamina, that's all you can regain. If you haven't spent any stamina, you can't regain any stamina. Even if you're
Say again?
even if you're down on stamina. So the last time you regained stamina, whatever number you were at, that is your new maximum until you take a 1 hour rest.
Sure, that was max for everybody, I think.
No, no, no. Just this last time that you took a 1 minute rest.
I lost a good bit of vigor when I got sliced.
Yeah. So wherever you guys were at, you guys were around like 7 vigor, for some of you. Um, that's your new maximum. So that's as much as you can gain, even if you've only spent 1 or 2 vigor. It just prevents abusing the system of saying, okay, well, we'll just rest for 1 minute and then we'll go spend one stamina and then we'll go rest for another minute and then you'll refill all of your vigor just by, gaming the system a little.
So if Scotty were to dress my arm, would that increase my vigor any? Probably not, huh?
No, that won't really have any effect on your vigor.
No
It's
mechanical effect, but we'll do it anyway.
yeah, it's a role playing thing. And then just to be clear, it's not that your arm is like badly cut. It just kind of represents that like you took a little bit of a wound and it's having a small effect on you.
Oh, there's a spider there.
all right. Hold on. I'm gonna try and
Oh, coup de grace. Or not.
It is not asleep, and it jumps out at you as you get close. You got comfortable um, with Scotty being able to put him to sleep and mistimed that. That should hit you. Once again, it's not about the damage, it's about needing to make the Constitution, the Fortitude saving throw. Which you fail. So when you open up your sheet, go to your. Okay, so we're going to do this together. So you go to your sheet, character sheet.
Strength and con or dex and strength?
It's strength and dexterity. And then, yeah, so just a temporary -1 is all you need to do. You got it.
Yeah, it's not letting me do a negative.
So here, instead of doing it that way, go with this. There you go. 1 and 1. There you go. Now you have a -1 strength and dexterity. And then next round, you will have to repeat the save again or take the damage again. Oh, and look at
Alright.
that. I'm fast. I'm going to bite you again. And that's another hit. So now go ahead and make another save. And that's another fail. So once again, just uh, increase that penalty by 1. I got it again this time, but there you go.
Lovely. Alright. I will have to. Let's see. Can't fast. Ixana decides that she is going to try and unarmed strike the thing off Ulf again.
Is it on, Ulf?
Yes. Yes, it leapt on him when he got too close. He went in for the coup de grace because he had assumed that you'd just put it to sleep like you have the last 4 in a row. And instead, it failed and jumped on him.
Yeah, I'm not sure you should get an automatic surprise round, but let's go.
And I miss.
You miss, and so now we see if you strike Ulf full on. You do not. You were aiming such that you wouldn't strike him full on, which means that you missed because you were a little too cautious, and so you just completely swing at the air.
Okay.
Okay, Eric is going to attempt to unarmed strike as well.
Everybody's just running up to Ulf and slapping him.
Well, if we can get him off, we can heal him or at least bandage him, and not that it'll help. And he misses. No.
No, he hit.
Misclick.
You hit.
He totally hit.
Yeah, mislooked.
Does that move it away from Ulf?
Yes, it knocks it to the ground.
Just to be clear, I meant to click on the spider instead of myself. I didn't mean to hit myself.
Stop
Sure
hitting
you did.
yourself. Stop hitting yourself. Stop hitting yourself. So you knock the spider to the ground. It doesn't deal a whole lot of damage, but it does get it off
4
of
points.
Ulf.
Okay, Vitor, seeing that the spider is now off of Ulf, is going to attempt to charge and bite the spider.
So just so that you're aware, while you're small like this, I'm going to allow you to charge around your allies and everything like that. But once Vitor gets a little bit bigger, he will not be able to just charge through a square that somebody's occupying.
Ah, right. Okay.
He's small enough right now that I'm still going to allow it. You attempt to bite the spider, but miss.
Flanking and charge bonus?
Ooh, I forgot about the flanking. Let me double check, because that brings it to 17. Oh, and
Don't
charge.
forget.
Charge, yep. So with the charge and the flag, that actually puts it at 1 over what you would have needed. Flanking, charge, and flag gives you a 19. So you hit, dealing
And yes.
10 damage. Wow, that's a good bite. The spider is dying.
13 charge damage and the bonus from Scotty.
There's no bonus damage to charge, but
Oh, my bad.
the +1, yeah, 11 damage.
Cool.
Do not go forward. There's another one. Just try to go around it, please.
Is that Bear Boy's turn?
It is.
Huh, the combat isn't ending here. I wonder what's going on. Ah, there we go. Yep, that spider's asleep.
Scotty gives it a sturdy coup de grace.
Okay, subtract 1 vigor, and then that spider is dead.
Okay, there's something else ahead.
That spider is asleep.
I'll coup de grace this time because I think everybody else is short figure.
I'm at 18.
I tell Vitor, go get him, boy.
I have 14, so if y'all need me to, just tell me.
So as you continue southward, the tunnels ahead, these appear to be more living quarters and less of the grand hall and everything. You can see bits of life kind of preserved, like Pompeii, but not buried.
Okay, I'm gonna do
What?
a knowledge check, see if I can figure out if it is volcanic dust or if it's magical dust or
No, no,
whatever.
no,
Arcane.
not buried. That's what I'm saying. It's just life has been kind of preserved here for you to see like what their daily routine was like to an extent.
Okay, I'm
And
still gonna do a knowledge check to make sure it's not magically preserved.
yeah, yeah, no, I understand what you're saying.
So no.
You can roll your knowledge check.
I think it might be a good idea for us to take an hour rest. What do y'all think?
Nah, if we're gonna rest, we should do it for a night.
Okay. I did
Yeah,
raise arcane.
so you can tell that there's just like more beautifully preserved frozen you know things here. There's nothing magical about it. All right, everybody stop right there. As you guys come around this corner, you hear the scraping of metal across the stone floor. Something is dragging something heavy and metal as it approaches you. It comes around the corner and shows its face.
My screen is black. I don't see anything.
If it advances, like that's an attack of opportunity, right?
No, I'm just
No,
showing
it's not moving.
I'm just showing it to you, and
Oh, I see.
none of you are like ready for this because you were moving down the
Combat
hallway.
reflexes.
You were moving down the hallway. So it moves right up to here, and now we roll for initiative.
Again, I don't see anything.
Because you're too far away.
Oh, that's what sucks about having poor initiative. Now I've revealed myself and I go last. Well, not quite last.
My first initiative was 22.
Oh, why'd you roll twice?
Didn't mean to.
Oh, here, I got
What
it.
manner of creature is this?
It's a frost-fallen human skeleton.
It is a ice-covered, armored, skeletal human figure.
I don't think it's gonna be friendly, so I'm just gonna crack it with my sword.
You're not first.
Alright.
I am going to attempt to inspire courage so he can have some more bonuses because this is a nasty looking thing. I can find it. Forgot where it's at.
Abilities.
Why is it not up here? It's not up here.
It won't automatically track it for us anyway. We just need to remember it.
Thank you.
Oh, lovely.
And so now you guys get a +1 morale bonus on saving throws against charm and fear effects. +1 competence bonus on attack and weapon damage rolls is the big one.
I'm pretty sure I'm close enough to hit it since it's kind of in the opening. I don't
It
think I'll
does
get a
have
flame.
it does have partial cover because it's in a doorway and you are angled like that, so it's not a clean swing.
You could take a 5-foot step, huh?
Yes, I can, and I'm going to take a 5-foot step back and ready to attack it as it comes forward.
Okay.
Am I in range from where I am?
You would need to take a 5-foot step forward, and then it would still be getting the partial cover from the other angle on the doorway there. This is a very narrow doorway, and so if you're on either side of it, you don't have a clean swing. Yes, or a reach weapon would allow you to reach it from there. But still not get a clean swing. Scotty has a perfect swing right now.
Eric is going to ready an attack, but he's going to hold it until the skeleton moves through the doorway.
Are you
Okay.
going to remain out of formation?
Nah, I think I'm going to get in formation too. I'm going to take a 5-foot step back. All right, Vitor is going. I'm going to tell Vitor to go. I'm going to point to where I want him to go, and hope he goes there. He's going to go beside the doorway.
Okay, roll a handle animal check. You give Vitor a command, but he takes it as you giving him the release to go ahead and attack, so he charges in to attack. Yep, and he bites at the skeletal warrior who has way better armor class than that. So, yeah.
All right, well, that ends Vitor's turn.
The frost fallen human skeleton attempts to use its broken and frozen sword on Vitor. dealing 7 damage plus an additional 2 cold damage to Viter. He cuts him deep with his broken and frozen blade.
Scotty sees we must not approach this thing, so she's going to trip it. She tries to trip the thing at reach, but that's probably not going to work.
It does not.
Once that's done, she 5-foot steps out of the way. There. If it enters the room, she'll attack it with an attack of opportunity, but she's just staying back there. Done.
Alright, I'm gonna have to do lingering performance so I'm stating that I'm doing lingering performance, which doesn't require any spells, but
Yep.
but that does give me a chance to come up a little bit. I will ready my weapons should he come in.
Your rapier?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna yell, Viter, come! Ordering him to come back and ready in action to surge forward once Viter's out of the way, or to surge forward when he refuses to move.
Go ahead and roll a handle animal. Viter seems too preoccupied with fighting the thing that has just cut him.
Well, guess I'm gonna move forward.
You sure you want to do that?
You want your bear to die?
No, but I can try calling him back on my turn though.
Go for it.
So you charge forward. That gets you to 16.
No, I am not charging.
Oh, not charging. Okay. The banner gets you to 15, and the inspire courage gets you to 16. So that is a miss.
Okay. I yell loudly, Viter, come! In an attempt to try to get him out of there.
Okay. Viter reluctantly backs off and approaches you.
Okay. I ready an attack in case the skeleton comes in, but I'm just gonna
You
hold my
can't.
action for now. Do what?
You can't. Look at the map.
Okay, well I'm just gonna end my turn then.
Ready it anyway. He might bull rush me for no reason.
Yeah, you'll get a turn before I get another turn. So I'm going to go ahead and ready an attack.
Yep.
Okay. Viter just came to me, and that's going to be his turn.
Yep.
He's obviously on the ready for an attack, though, because he just got out of combat, and he just got slashed, so that skeleton might come back after him. So he's going to be on the ready.
Yeah, correct. Swinging his broken, frozen blade at Ulf, the skeleton cuts into Ulf, dealing 6 slashing and 4 cold damage. Both of it goes straight to wounds. Oh no, I'm sorry. The cold goes to vigor. So 6 wounds, 4 vigor.
Armor doesn't negate any of it.
What armor do you have? Hide?
Hold on. Yeah, hide and shield.
Oh, you do have your shield up too?
Oh yeah.
Okay, so hide armor is +3, so that would be 3 wounds because the broken sword is not strong enough to slice through the hide armor cleanly. If you were just wearing leather armor, that would be different, but because it's hardened, cured hide, we will have the damage be reduced by the hide armor. But the cold damage still takes 4 away from your vigor. So
Okie dokie.
Well, Scotty was hoping it would come into the room and we could surround it, but she'll just 5 foot step up to here and she will attempt to smash it with the butt end of her spear. This is a full on spear attack mechanically.
it has cover thanks to Ulf.
Oh, yeah, I know. +4. It gets +4.
Yeah, okay, just making sure.
So, with the -4 from cover, even with the help from Ixlana, not even close.
Yeah, not even close. So now we just have to see if you hit Ulf.
I can't hit him. As in, he's inside. I can't even threaten where he is.
Oh, you can still hit him. You're swinging your
I
butt
couldn't hit an
end.
enemy there.
You can't target an enemy there. You could accidentally hit an enemy there trying to swing at something
So,
else.
so there's a rule. Okay, so it's possible to hit an ally with a melee weapon. Is that
Yes.
okay?
And so you deal 4 points of damage reduced by 3, 1 vigor damage. Anytime you attack through something's square, there's a chance that you can hit them. The same way as anytime you fire a ranged weapon into melee combat and you miss your intended target, there's a possibility that you hit any of the adjacent targets. So normally you couldn't hit an ally with a melee weapon in almost any circumstance unless you are attacking something that is in their square or you are attacking through their square with a reach weapon. And then with a ranged weapon, anytime you're firing into melee combat like that and you miss your intended target, there's a chance you hit any of the adjacent targets.
Okay. Well, since everybody's in the way, I don't have much to do except to. I was only gonna move. I wasn't gonna hit anything, but I'll do that. I'll hold.
Did it?
I just said I was gonna hold. I was gonna just. I just said.
Didn't hear anything I said.
I'm holding. That's all.
Ixalana holds her turn. Are you holding for a specific trigger or?
I'm holding till somebody gets out of the way so I can, or so we can hit the stupid thing.
And you still have your rapier in hand?
Uh, no, I'm gonna change to the bow.
All right, so sheathing her rapier and drawing her bow, Ixalana readies to loose an arrow if her allies are not in her targeting line.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I'm just a little tired.
It's okay.
I'm going to make my attack with my long sword, after which I will take a 5-foot step back.
Swinging at the skeletal being, it raises its shield and blocks. You take a 5-foot step back as it prepares to move forward and attack you.
You got that was a 17, right?
Yes. +1 for Inspire Courage, +1 for the banner, 17.
All right. Eric readies an attack in case the skeleton moves within his range, but he's not, and he obviously tells Beecher to stay.
Okay.
And
Roll a handle animal on that one. Yeah, no, exactly. If you had seen the defense there, you'll know this thing is going to be very hard for you guys to hit. All right, so Viter reluctantly stays. It seems like you just barely made the difficulty class to get him to stay.
that's going to be my turn. And Beecher's turn as well. He's going to be on the ready for an attack as well.
Okay. The frost-fallen human skeleton takes a 5-foot step forward. and swings its broken sword at Ulf. That misses, right? Oh, just hits. Oh, wah wah. So that would be one wound and one cold vigor damage.
16. I was thinking it would be 17. Not sure why.
Now, anybody who had a readied attack can make their attack against the skeleton. No attacks of opportunity because it took a 5 foot step though.
Okay, I had a ready attack.
Are, Now you have your bow readied, so are you going to fire into melee here?
No,
Okay. I just wanted to make sure.
but Eric.
Oh, yes. As a readied action, you can also take a 5 foot step. Yes.
Right. Well, I'm not gonna do that because I have a bow.
Eric came damn close with that first swing to hitting the skeleton, but it raises its shield in the nick of time, and Eric's swords glance off, breaking off chunks of icicles.
Is he in range of Vitor?
No. Vitor's 5 feet back from him,
Plus he's blocked.
plus blocked, exactly.
All right.
Scotty takes a 5 foot step back from the creature to where she has a clear shot on it, and then she tries to trip.
And just as a note of clarification, even though technically
Yes.
the angle is somewhat through Ulf's square, there is no chance of hitting Ulf because there is a clear square between. Basically, if you can draw a straight line without touching his square to at least one part of the other creature's square, then that's good enough. And so the angle from one corner to the other is good enough, exactly.
So
Okay.
that's I think it's a 15 modified plus one for the inspire.
Ah, yes.
So does that beat its CMD and trip it?
Let me check its CMD.
It's heavily armored, but it didn't seem
It
very.
matches its CMD. It is tripped and prone.
Yay.
Okay, bash it and get away from it. She calls out, "Bash it and then get away from it. It might. Is it going to explode?
Okay.
Don't
I
stand near it."
I'm not.
She
I
ends her turn.
yeah, I have the bow and I also have the arcane strike feat, so that's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, I am so sorry. As soon as Ixlana stepped, or Ixlana, as soon
Oh
as
yeah, her shot goes
Scotty
first.
stepped out of the way, you get your first readied shot, and then it's your official turn. So first you
Yep.
can shoot an arrow at the skeleton before it's even your turn, and then it's your
And
turn.
before it's tripped.
Yep.
Okay.
Right, so it wouldn't get the +4 to its armor class. You still don't hit. You came very close.
A 19 with the flag and a 20 with her
Yep,
inspired
Right.
courage.
yep. So once
So
again, the armor and the shield save the skeleton, but now it is tripped and prone, and it is your turn again. Now this time, if you fire an arrow, it actually has a +4 bonus to its armor class against ranged attacks.
Okay.
Um, so you know,
But she could ready an action to shoot it if it stands up if she wanted.
yes. Yes, she can.
I miss.
You do.
All right. And you said I can still ready in action for
No.
next turn?
No.
Okay.
Now
So
you've
it's the end of my
used
turn.
yeah, now you've used your action to shoot your bow for this turn.
Okay.
Gonna keep trying to chop at it.
Ulf
You
is a
want to
simple man.
take a 5-foot step south?
No, I do not.
Ulf sees a skeleton and he swings his sword at it until it stops moving.
Until it's dead. So I think that'll hit with all the bonuses.
Negative. Your
Oh
bonuses
my
get you
god.
to
Is it a
19.
23? 23
Flanking,
prone.
banner,
Oh,
He
and
is
prone.
I forgot the prone. So that's -4 to his AC, bringing it down to an 18, which means that you hit easily.
Alrighty. And now I like my angle. I'm gonna stay put.
All right. Eric is going to take a 5-foot step south and then swing with both of his scimitars. He's going to have to roll a fortitude save, though.
Oh, is his vigor really low?
Yes, it is.
He started the fight with 1 vigor.
You don't have to spin your token anymore, by the way. So you make your fortitude save. That's the good news. So you're not even tired. And you crit again. Wow. So 14. And the other one doesn't hit. Nicely done. You carve into the skeleton, breaking off its shield arm, reducing its armor class for subsequent hits.
All right. And that's going to be Eric's turn. And I'm gonna. Can I also? I'm also gonna tell Vitor to go after him.
He
Get him,
was
boy.
he was going to anyway.
And Vitor can take a 5-foot step and then do a full attack, huh?
Yes. Every single one of those attacks hits. So Veter claws and bites at the skeleton, ripping it apart. Let's see. 6, 12.
11, 8, and 8.
Oh, that's right. Yes. 8, 8.
Alright, the next turn
16.
I'm gonna have to redo our courage because I think that was the last round.
I'm pretty sure it's gonna be dead.
It is almost fully destroyed. Veter kind of pulls one of its legs off and is now just standing there growling with a leg in its mouth.
No, no,
Good boy,
no,
Vitor. Good boy.
no, no.
Hey, he gets +2 to damage for each of those, right?
Yeah,
I think we already calculated.
I did once. Bruce reminded me. I took the 8 and the 8 and then the 11 and subtracted the 15 from the armor, reducing the damage, and now it is 2 hit points away from being destroyed.
And that's going to be Victor's turn.
So I would say I try to stand up from prone, but I do not have an arm on one side and a leg on the other. So I'm just going to kind of swing at Eric from the ground, I think.
Ooh, even at -4, that's a mighty blow.
Yep. So 18 hits. So that will be 5 cold damage to your vigor, which will force a fortitude save, difficulty class 18. And you're wearing hide armor as well, right?
Let me check.
Oh, yep. Damage reduction 4 armor. So you take 2 wounds. Oh, I don't have your damage reduction noted on your armor. I will do that, Ulf. So, yep, 2 wounds and then a difficulty class 18 fortitude save.
Actually, it would be 15, I think. I started with -3. So hang on. How much do I lose in wound?
You lose 2 wounds and then 5 vigor. So you're at negative 18 vigor.
Negative. Okay, -8 vigor. Okay, that's
Yeah,
what.
negative 8 vigor. I'm sorry. But it's an 18 fortitude save.
Why does my vigor keep going down? I haven't really done anything.
You shot the arrows.
That takes vigor.
Oh, yeah. You ever pull a bowstring?
Okay.
And then not just pulling the bowstring, but drawing the arrow from the quiver, moving around to dodge any attacks coming your way. You know, there's just there's fortitude that gets used when you're shooting an arrow in combat.
And surprisingly, I make my fortitude save.
I know Eric just will not get tired. He's the druidic stallion over here.
For once, the dice are good to him, unlike normal.
Yeah.
Right? Right?
Okay, and then that's pretty much going to be my turn. Like I said, I try to stand up, but I'm half the skeleton I used to be.
Scotty wants to finish it off. So she moves to where she has a good flank. Since she has a reach weapon, it doesn't draw any attacks from. And she attacks it. Total is +8 for all the bonuses. +8 and +2 to damage. That looks like a miss.
Are you counting the being prone as part of the pluses?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
yeah, that's a negative to his armor class as opposed to a plus to your attack. That's why I was confused.
Oh, does it lose its dex bonus for being down?
It has a neg 4 penalty on melee attack rolls and cannot use a ranged weapon except for a crossbow. It gains +4 against range attacks, but -4 against melee attacks, but nothing else about losing dexterity bonus. It did lose
She's
its
done with her
shield.
turn.
It did lose its shield bonus to its defenses though, and let's see. That would put it at
He was at a
18,
20.
16. It
Not
has
enough.
16 armor class, which you hit with your +4 from flanking and
Oh,
the
that's
additional
true.
+2. Dealing 12 damage, reduced by 5 is 7. You destroy the skeleton, who shatters into bones and ice that seems to start to melt for the first time ever.
Okay. Well, now we can just look around for whatever around here.
Ulf is
Somebody
in
want?
trouble.
Oh, that's right.
Ulf is in trouble.
I
We
can.
need to find a place to rest.
Yeah, I can bandage right now.
She goes over to Ulf and just wraps up close to him. He took a lot of cold damage. Bundle up and heal his wounds, and we need to find a
Yeah.
place to rest,
Yes, we
even
do.
if it's just a minute.
Hey, look, an empty room.
That's convenient.
Where? Where? I can't see anything. The torch is gone. Hey, that is convenient.
Right? It's almost as if fighting that skeleton was really difficult and I knew you guys would need to take a rest afterwards.
Okay, I'm gonna do some healing. I know it's just bandages, but who?
Scotty took more wounds, and Ulf is wounded, and
Well,
Viter got wounded.
all I have is bandages, but at least I can do some wounds.
Scotty will help Ixlana with that process.
All right.
Do we
Thank you.
recover anything numerically, or is that just
No, it
a
just keeps it from
roleplay thing?
being worse.
Sounds good.
I assume there is no actual door.
There is no door. Any
Yes.
doors that existed have rotted away long ago.
Anything to block off the doorway in this room?
There's a few like smaller things made out of stone, like a stone table or something like that, that you could use to like block it from a spider or scorpion from getting in, but nothing that would stop like a person from getting in.
But it'd provide cover.
Well, we just
Yeah.
want airflow so we can warm it up in here a little.
And I'm asking guys if you want to help me block the doorway with the stone table and create a little barricade, and we'll have
Yeah,
our
let's do
place
it.
to sleep.
Yeah,
All
that's
right.
Good
fine.
thinking.
And then I gotta heal you with bandage you anyway.
Yeah, I give Wolf a hand with barricading the door.
So as you guys barricade yourselves in and prepare for a minimum of a 1 hour rest, possibly even a long rest, um, that is where we will end for this week's session. You guys can go ahead and decide whether you want to take a long rest or just the 1 hour rest. And then we
Yeah,
will handle the healing and vigor at the start of the next session.
I think we're gonna take a long rest.
All right. Obviously, Hildred is not going to like that, so we'll deal with the role playing aspects of that next session as well.
Well, if she can move that table by herself, I say more power to her.
She just might try. We'll have to find out. We'll, tying her up. Is that Chris or is that Ulf? So,
It's not a character, but if it comes to it, I will.
so we'll deal with the role playing aspects, and then if indeed you guys do end up taking the full long rest, we'll give you your wounds and vigor as appropriate. This was a very good session, and whether you take the long rest or the short rest, you guys find that you are close to advancing your skills. So I want everybody to think about what class they're going to take next, because um, next session or possibly the session after that, you're going to level up. And so I want a commitment about what class you're going to take, just that we can add that into the role playing aspects. Obviously, if you're just advancing the class that you are, no big deal. Um, Continue playing as is. But if anyone plans on multi-classing into anything else, now would be the time to kind of start to sprinkle some flavor of that into the role playing.
All right, thanks.
Yeah, absolutely. And really this went really well now that we solved the leg. You guys were able to defeat the skeleton. I really thought that might be too hard for you guys to hit and it would end up like killing one of you, but everybody survived, so good job. I wasn't trying to kill anyone. I just thought that there was at least a good chance of it. That's why there was
I
only
knew we
one
should.
skeleton.
I knew we should have let Hildred take point.
Oh yeah, she would have for sure died. All right, well, have a great couple of weeks off, and I will see you guys in 2 weeks.
Sounds good.